Aside from our previous video, there's still some information you need to know about Standard Chinchilla. Cage. Standard chinchillas, or any other type of domesticated rabbit for that matter, will do well when kept in a standard rabbit cage you can procure commercially in pet stores. You should choose a cage that is suitable enough for the size of a standard chinchilla, although these rabbits are not the longest and heaviest varieties. Just make sure that the cage has more than enough space for them to feel a bit of freedom to move around. But if you prefer them to have a wide space to use for roaming, an outdoor enclosure might be a good idea. These enclosures can be made using wood and metal wires. But always see to it that the outdoor conditions are actually suitable for the standard chinchilla. You do not have to place a lot of decorations and toys in the standard chinchilla's cage. They are not really shy types of rabbits and do not mind not having any places to use for hiding. On top of that, this rabbit also is not the most playful type, but it might make use of toys from time to time. Again, they are not necessary, but toys and other types of furnishings can be a good addition to your rabbit's habitat. Eating habits. The diet of a standard chinchilla is similar to any other domesticated rabbit breed. This variety of rabbits thrives when given a diet that is primarily based on hay or on grass, as the standard chinchilla gets all of the nutrients it needs from such a food source. Some would say that these rabbits should have a diet that is about at least 60%. There are those that give their rabbits hay 70% of the time. The rest of their calorie intake should be based on leafy greens, vegetables, the occasional fruits. You can also give them a diet that is based primarily on commercial rabbit feed, as this type of food already has a lot of the nutrients that rabbits need on a daily basis. When choosing vegetables and greens to feed your standard chinchilla, be extra careful, as some can actually be dangerous or hazardous to their health. Go as simple as possible when choosing plant-based food for your rabbit to eat. They can do well on a diet that incorporates clover, lettuce and cabbage. Fruits can be a good addition to their daily diet, but should be treated as occasional rewards, since the sugar content of fruits can be too high for your standard chinchilla. Be wary of the fact that the standard chinchilla is prone to obesity. These plump rabbits easily get fat and overweight and are not the most active varieties of domesticated rabbits. Exercise may help them lose weight, but the problem lies in how you incorporate exercise in your standard chinchilla's lifestyle, as they tend to be quite lazy despite their playful and friendly demeanor. In that regard, the best way to make sure they do not get too fat is to watch the portion sizes and to schedule their feeding times well. Standard chinchillas need to regularly drink water, since they need to hydrate their fat and plump bodies on a consistent basis. You can use either a water dish or a fountain-like water system. The most important part here is to keep an eye on the water and to make sure that it stays fresh and free of any contamination, so as to minimize the risk of waterborne infections and illnesses. Availability. Standard chinchillas are not the most difficult domesticated rabbits to find, as they are quite common in America. You can see plenty of these rabbits sold online by breeders all over the country. Most standard chinchillas have prices that are somewhere between $20 to $50. Go for ones that come from reputable breeders that breed their standard chinchillas based on strict standards. You can use any sort of guide you can find to know what to look for in a good standard chinchilla. Taking care of a standard chinchilla. Standard chinchillas really are quite easy to care for, regardless of the owner's level of experience. They are not the most demanding types of rabbits and are more or less very receptive to any kind of care, so long as you look after them diligently. The important part here is to keep an eye on their health and to see to it that you give them their much needed social time and interaction to promote their friendly temperament. Like any other domesticated rabbit, the standard chinchilla does not like getting bathed, as getting dipped in water can cause too much stress. Instead, spot cleaning them is the best option for you. Their coats also do not need a lot of grooming, since they do not have the thickest type of fur among domesticated rabbits. Watching the standard chinchilla's diet can be the trickiest part of taking care of them, because they tend to be quite prone to obesity. In that regard, always make sure to feed them with only the most suitable types of food, such as hay or commercial rabbit feed, but keep an eye on the portion sizes as well as the regularity of their feedings. Standard chinchillas require the same sort of diet as most domesticated rabbits: plentiful timothy hay and filtered water, combined with daily servings of leafy greens and rabbit kibble to round out their nutrient intake. Though smaller than the other chinchillas, they still need plenty of space to stretch, move, and run around. Their smaller size tends to make them more active, so litter training them is an essential step in giving them free run in the house. The rich and lustrous coats of chinchilla rabbits can require more care and attention in their grooming than other breeds. Expect to brush them at least twice weekly throughout most of the year, and more often during their shedding season in the springtime. Standard chinchillas are excellent pets due to their friendly nature, sweet demeanor, and docile personality. Standard chinchillas will only eat plant-based food and are better off given a diet that is based on hay and other types of edible grass. They can also eat fruits and vegetables to supplement their diet. Other than the fact that they are prone to obesity, standard chinchillas do not have a lot of health problems and concerns that are too glaring for you. Just keep an eye on their diet and always make sure that they are mite and parasite free. Standard chinchillas are not the most playful types of pet rabbits and are not as active as the typical domesticated rabbit. But they may show their playful side from time to time as long as you do not force them in doing so. Like most rabbits, the standard chinchilla rabbit needs to be out of its enclosure for several hours a day and interact with other animals and humans alike in order to be properly socialized. This means opening the cage and allowing it to explore the room as well as taking it outside so it can get some much needed fresh air and sunshine. This breed also enjoys having toys that they can play with and chew up. The most popular toys rabbits seem to enjoy include cardboard boxes, plastic baby key rings, toys that have bells in them, and stuffed animals. Your rabbit may also enjoy gnawing on a piece of rabbit-safe wood. This keeps its forever growing teeth in check as well, a ball, or even an empty roll of toilet paper it can roll around and chew up. However, every rabbit is different and rabbit owners will only know what their favorite toy is by process of elimination. Most rabbits are a little more difficult to train than the common house cat or dog, however, it is not impossible. Litter training is very much possible with lots of patience, rewards, and a few well-placed litter boxes around the house. Teaching how to make your rabbit stop, come or perform other common commands and tricks will come with time, plenty of repetition, and, of course, treats. Though they may not enjoy the popularity in the United States that they once did, standard chinchillas, and indeed, all the chinchilla breeds, still make fantastic pets. If this breed strikes your fancy, look for a chinchilla rabbit breeders club in your area to inquire about getting one for your home. Kind and mild-mannered, standard chinchillas have been chosen as the basis for further breeding for good reason. Their gentle temperaments make them especially inclined towards being handled and groomed, positioning them perfectly as house pets. With consistent handling from birth, they're likely to end up spending all their time near their owners, a truly constant companion. Standard chinchillas are not the most playful rabbits due to how calm their temperament tends to be. The standard chinchilla is a domesticated breed of rabbit that was bred to be one of the larger types of pet bunnies anywhere in the world. One of the more popular breeds in the entire world, standard chinchilla holds a special place in the history of the American Rabbit Breeders Association and is considered to be a very important variety due to how these heavy and stocky rabbits became cornerstones for other popular breeds and varieties. If you enjoyed this video, kindly press the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, so that you don't miss out on videos like this. Thank you for watching.